In pop music, there are songs that don't just top the charts, but redefine an artist's entire trajectory. In this video, we'll look at 10 hit songs that changed an artist's career. Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina started off her career on the Disney Channel, and by the start of 2024, she was 5 albums deep into her music career. Coming off her decently successful album Emails I Can't Send, she was just waiting for her real breakthrough. Then she released Espresso, which became a defining moment in her career. The song's infectious rhythm and playful lyrics made it an instant classic. It debuted on number 10 on the Billboard Global 200 and eventually climbed to the top spot, becoming Sabrina's first #1 hit on the chart. In the US, the song reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, solidifying her as a rising star. The song ended up becoming the song of the summer of 2024 and ended the year as one of the most streamed songs, now sitting on 1.9 billion streams on Spotify. The success of Espresso had a huge impact on Sabrina's career, starting off her generational run as she followed it up with hit after hit. She then released her 6th studio album Short and Sweet, which ended 2024 as one of the best-selling albums of the year. She is now a powerhouse in the pop music landscape, and her run started with Espresso. Where Are You Now by Justin Bieber. By 2014, JB's career was in serious trouble. His teen heartthrob era had peaked, and he was making more headlines for his legal troubles and reckless behavior than his music. His 2013 album Journals was an R&B-leaning project, but because of its unusual release strategy, it flopped. Many believed that his career was on the decline. But then came Where Are You Now, a song that didn't just revive Bieber's career, it reinvented his sound. Teaming up with Skrillex and Diplo, Bieber moved into EDM. The song blended pop, R&B, and electronic dance music, becoming instantly iconic. Its impact was undeniable. The song peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100, won a Grammy for Best Dance Recording, and paved the way for Bieber's full-fledged comeback with Purpose in 2015. The album featured EDM-influenced hits like Sorry and What Do You Mean, and totally dominated that era. But without Where Are You Now, Bieber might have continued his downward spiral. Instead, it made him bigger than ever. We Can't Stop by Miley Cyrus. For years, Miley Cyrus was best known as Hannah Montana, Disney's wholesome country pop princess. Even when she released more mature albums like Can't Be Tamed in 2010, the public still viewed her through their Disney lens. But that all changed in 2013 when she released We Can't Stop. The song was a complete destruction of her old image. Produced by Mike Will Made It, it is a trap-infused pop anthem about partying. But it wasn't just the song. The music video, featuring twerking allegedly and all-around chaos, shocked the world. It was Miley's way of saying, I'm not a kid anymore. The song peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the biggest hits of 2013. It set the stage for her even more controversial follow-up, Breaking Ball, and her now infamous VMA performance with Robin Thicke. Miley's shift to a more hip-hop influenced sound was bold and polarizing, but the banger's era was undoubtedly successful. It all started with We Can't Stop, and without it, Miley might have struggled to break free from her Disney image. New Rules by Dua Lipa. Before New Rules, Dua Lipa was an up-and-coming artist with moderate success. She had a few songs that got some buzz, including Be The One and Blow Your Mind, but she hadn't yet become a global superstar. That all changed with the release of New Rules, a song that not only topped the UK singles chart, but it also became her breakout moment in the US. Peaking at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100. The tropical house-inspired track was a slow burn, but when it hit, it even catapulted her self-titled debut album to success. The song went viral mainly because of its music video, which showed a girl's night in. It was one of the most defining moments of the late 2010s. With New Rules, Dua Lipa officially transitioned from a promising newcomer to a top-tier pop star. It set the stage for her Grammy-winning success and paved the way for her sophomore album Future Nostalgia, which would later establish her as a dominant force in pop. Dynamite by BTS. BTS was already a massive success in South Korea and among global K-pop fans, but Dynamite was the song that fully cemented their status as mainstream pop stars in the West. Released in August 2020, it was their first song entirely in English, a strategic move that paid off in ways that no one could have predicted. The song became an instant hit, debuting on #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming their first US chart topper. What made Dynamite so huge for them was that it provided a bridge between K-pop and Western pop. While the group had built a fiercely loyal army, mainstream US radio stations were still hesitant to embrace non-English tracks. Dynamite broke that barrier, proving that BTS could also dominate in the West. The song was one of my memories from the COVID-19 lockdown era, with its feel-good energy providing a much-needed escape. Following the success of the song, BTS continued to dominate the global charts with English-language hits like Butter and Permission to Dance, while also maintaining their influence in K-pop. The song opened doors, solidifying BTS as one of the biggest boy bands of all time. Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue. Kylie Minogue started her career in the late 1980s in her native Australia. She was known for her early hits like The Locomotion and I Should Be So Lucky, but by the late 1990s, her career was seemingly fizzling out. She had maintained success in the UK and Australia. Her international career had begun to wane, and she was at the risk of becoming a nostalgia act. Then came Can't Get You Out of My Head in 2001. The song with its hypnotic La 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 hook wasn't just a comeback, it became a global phenomenon, reaching #1 in over 40 countries and selling more than 5 million copies worldwide. It was a new chapter for her, away from the bubblegum pop of her early career. The song's minimalist but infectious production captured the early 2000s electronic pop revolution, making her a music icon for a whole new generation. It proved that she was an artist capable of evolving with the times. It led to the critically acclaimed album Fever, one of the best dance pop albums of that era, and positioned Kylie as a global pop force for years to come. Without it, she might not have had the longevity she has today. Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Before Bad Guy, Billie Eilish was already building a strong fan base with her unique sound and dark aesthetic. Her debut EP Don't Smile at Me gained her traction, and she was seen as a rising star in alternative pop. But Bad Guy was a game changer. It took her from being an edgy indie favorite to the biggest new pop star in the world. The song's unconventional production and playful energy made it unlike anything on the charts at the time. Released as a 5th single from her debut album When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?, it became a massive hit, reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 after dethroning Lil Nas X's Old Town Road after its record-breaking run. Unlike traditional pop hits, Bad Guy didn't rely on a massive chorus or radio-friendly melodies. It was a success because of its weirdness, and that's what made it special. The song's success positioned Billie as a new face of pop, won Record of the Year and Song of the Year at the Grammys, and Billie went on to become one of the defining artists of that era. Whenever, Wherever by Shakira. Before Whenever, Wherever, Shakira was already a well-respected artist in the Latin music scene, with albums like Pies Descalzos in 1995 and Donde Están los Ladrones in 1998, making her a star across the Spanish-speaking world. However, when she decided to take the leap into the English-speaking market, there was no guarantee for success. But Whenever, Wherever was different. Released as the lead single from her first English album, Laundry Service, the song was a perfect fusion of Latin rhythms and pop melodies. It became an astronomical success, topping the charts in over 20 countries and introducing Shakira to a global audience. That yodeling delivery became her signature, but it was more than just the song itself. Her image became iconic. From that point on, Shakira was an international superstar, with smash hits like Hips Don't Lie and Waka Waka This Time for Africa. She may have stayed a Latin music legend, but now she has become one of the best-selling artists of all time. Get the Party Started by Pink. Pink's debut album Can't Take Me Home in 2000 was meant to position her as an R&B singer in the lane of TLC or Destiny's Child. While she had some success with songs like There You Go and Most Girls, she wasn't quite breaking through as a major force in pop music. Then came Get the Party Started, the lead single from her sophomore album Misunderstood, and everything changed. It was an instant party anthem. With its funky beat and edgy aesthetics, it showcased a completely different side of Pink, which was unlike anything else on the charts at the time. But more importantly, it marked a complete reinvention of her sound and image. She fully embraced the rock-infused pop sound that was more true to her personality. The gamble paid off. Get the Party Started became one of the biggest hits of 2001, and Misunderstood went on to sell more than 13 million copies worldwide. From that point forward, Pink was no longer just another pop star. She was a unique genre-defying artist that would continue to dominate the charts with hits like Just Like a Pill, So What, and Raise Your Glass well into the 2010s. Without Get the Party Started, it is likely she would have faded into the background of the early 2000s R&B. Truth Hurts by Lizzo. Lizzo had been grinding for years, releasing independent albums and mixtapes, but for the most part, she remained an underground artist with a small following. When Truth Hurts was originally released in 2017, it didn't make much of an impact. It wasn't until 2 years later, thanks to TikTok, that the song suddenly became a cultural phenomenon. In 2019, it went viral after being featured in the Netflix movie Someone Great. It climbed all the way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, which was unusual for a song that had been out for 2 years. This newfound success changed everything for Lizzo. She went on to become a mainstream pop star practically overnight. Her album 'Cause I Love You in 2019 received widespread recognition, and she won multiple Grammy Awards, becoming one of the biggest names in music. Truth Hurts not only put her on the map, but it also paved the way for her successful career. Which hit songs that changed an artist's career did I miss? Tell me in the comments.